Hello, this is Sunil Sunder Raj with ONNJ Sports. This morning, I am happy to be speaking with Rowan University Baseball head baseball coach Mike Dickson. Coach Dickson, again, thank you for the opportunity. Great to be speaking with you after, I said, 3 years. Congrats to you and the rest of the team. Advancing to the NCAA Division III baseball tournament, Super Regionals, playing number five Lynchburg tomorrow, Friday, May 23rd at noontime at the Banco James Stadium in Lynchburg, Virginia. Can you just talk about just what it means to be again at this stage in the NCAA tournament?
First, thanks for having me on. It's a great opportunity. Love to be able to promote our team and promote the kids that we have, in the program.
Hmm.
Uh, it's been a good run for us. I think this is our eighth straight NCAA appearance.
Hmm.
We've been a consistent, top 15 team in the country. Uh, that's attributed to the great assistant coaches that we have, the fantastic players that we've been able to bring in, and really that doesn't happen without a great school to be able to recruit to.
Hmm. That's true. Hey, let's talk about last weekend, May 16th through the 18th. In the regionals, defeated Grove City 9-1, then Catholic twice. I mean, dominated in those last two games, coach. 26-9 and 20-4. I mean, the offense just erupting there. Before we come on the air, we talked about Phil Sedalis. I mean, 12 RBIs in two games. Joey Bogart, drove in 5 runs in the 26-9 win over Catholic. Just talk about just offensively, just I mean, how great that was to see, the offense just come alive in those three games.
Yeah, it's really about our players buying into our plan offensively and what we wanted to do. Not only last weekend, but throughout the year, and
Hmm.
they've really done a great job offensively. Um, and we were able to come up with a really good game plan for the weekend. I know Friday we were facing a potential draft pick at Grove City, and we did a really good job against him, and then we were able to carry it on throughout the rest of the weekend. And Phil was tremendous, but Phil can't be tremendous if the players aren't on base in front of him, and Ty Cannon
Hmm.
in the bottom of our lineup.
Yeah.
Phil was able to come through, but really it was a total team effort last weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's essential. 1 through 9, you're looking for contributions from everybody. I'm sure that's very satisfying for you, Coach. Again, to see that, and I remember 3 years ago speaking to you. One of your goals is always to get the man on second base. In terms of getting doubles, and I'm sure that's something you still preach to this day, Coach.
Yeah, I think each team is a little bit different. You always want to be able to try and get runners on second base. I thought really three big contributors to our season was the ability. So we look at plus and minus between strikeouts to walks and hit by pitches. So
Hmm.
if you can be even is a good year. If you're plus in your walks and hit by pitches is a really good year. This year we're plus 98 in walks and hit by
Yeah.
pitches to strikeouts.
Yeah.
So that's a lot more runners on base without being able to without hits. Um, Marco Menino, we inserted him into the three hole in the middle of the year, and I think he's like 33-5 walks and hit by pitches to strikeouts.
Hmm.
Damon Suriani's a freshman, got put into the five hole, and I think he's like 28-2. Um, uh, and then our bottom of the lineup is strong. We got a Division I transfer in Eric Sabato hitting in the seven hole currently. He was our three hole early in the year before he got hurt. And
Hmm.
then Bogart and Carson Harcourt at the bottom of the lineup. Those guys get on and allows Ty and Phil to constantly be hitting with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, it's wonderful to hear. Hey, on the flip side, let's talk about the pitching. Especially the starters. Mike Shannon, Stephen Maris, Zach Coluccio. I mean, those guys have contributed. I mean, between the three of them, what 13, 21 wins, and they definitely again um, were just solid. Again on the bump. Said last weekend, Coach.
Yeah, I mean Shannon, this is his He pitched the regional championship game in 21. He pitched, I want to say he pitched one of the games in 22. He pitched a regional championship game in 23.
Mm-hmm.
He won his regional start last year. So he's a seasoned veteran. He's been here in these championship runs, both out of the starting role and out of the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Mayer's pitched in a World Series for Gloucester County College or Rowan College 2 years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
Coluccio's been dominant all year. So those three guys have really been tremendous for us on the mound throughout the year.
Yeah, that's terrific to hear. And it's just impressive to see the breakdown. I mean, you talk about the experience factor, coach, about this roster. And I said that, you keep on retooling every year, which again is just so impressive. I think 5 graduate students, 10 seniors, 10 juniors, 6 sophomores, 6 freshmen. The fact that, I mean, you're focused on this year, but I mean, the future just looks so bright for you. I mean, just to have that consistency year in and out, I'm sure that you really, again, pride yourself on that. And again, it comes down to, of course, the coaching staff. I mean, just the structure, from top to bottom within the baseball program there at Rowan University.
Yeah, it's all about. I mean, the players have to do it on the field. They're going to buy in to what we talk about daily in practice, and they're the ones that are going to have to perform on the field. And I think we attract players through the recruiting process, whether it be transfers or 4-year players that want to have an opportunity to play in a winning program. And I think
Hmm.
there's something to be said about that. Whatever level you go to, Division I, Division II, Division III, I think you're going to have a better college experience if you're in a winning program. I think
Hmm.
the bus rides are better on the way home.
Yeah.
There's seems to be more camaraderie. There's more of an enjoyment because a winning atmosphere, produces all those things. And I
Yeah.
think kids want to be a part of that winning atmosphere. And we have a wonderful university to be able to recruit to, and a lot of different programs. And it's
Hmm.
really a mid-major research institution that I think attracts a lot of fantastic student athletes.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hey, I mean, just again, it's magnificent just to see again, on the offensive side. I mean, 10 players, I think, hitting over 300 here, coach. And then it said you have the pitching staff again that has contributed immensely. I'm sure that you're going to need all that against Lynchburg this upcoming weekend. I mean, those 2 games. I mean, we're talking about a team that's 41-7. I think they're undefeated at home, 23-0. Could you talk about this matchup and just what the keys are going to be in terms of being able to come out with, the victories here?
Yeah, I think, first of all, Lynchburg is a fantastic team, and we've run into this before. We ran into it in 22 when we talked about with Eastern Connecticut, who
Hmm.
was the eventual national champion. We're not gonna back down from anybody. I know
Yeah.
Lynchburg is a fantastic team, and the record speaks for itself, and they won a national championship 2 years ago. So they're going to be prepared for this moment as well.
Hmm.
Just knowing me and knowing ourselves and knowing where we come from, knowing our team, we're up for the challenge.
Yeah.
These guys have been here before, and it's going to come down to who can, who is going to perform in these 3 games. And if our best players are the best players on the field, we're going to win.
Yeah.
If their best players are the best players on the field, they're going to win. But we're not gonna go into it, uh, or I should say, we are going to go into it with an understanding that we're going to compete. Like, we're here to win.
Yeah.
They're here to win. Let's go. Let's get out there and let's go play tomorrow.
Yeah, the results will be on the field, and that's what it is. You can really throw out all the records because it really comes down to 2 games, best 2 out of 3, and that's really the way you surmise it. And I know every year a team is different, but what is it about the makeup of this year's team? What makes it so special to coach this, as a collective group here, Coach Dickson?
These guys get along great. It's going to be sad to see this group of seniors leave.
Hmm.
They've had so much success on the field. They're great students in the classroom. Some of them have come back to go to graduate school because they've had such a great experience in our
Yeah.
program. So it's really just the type of kid that we have in our program, and they embrace everything that we look for. And it's just the camaraderie that they have, and the love that they have for each other is unmatched.
Yeah. Hey, and I'm glad you brought that point up, Coach, because it's just not about being the athlete; it's being the student athlete, and balancing out, said all those rigors of in the classroom, and that's not easy to do. I mean, between, of course, the practices, the lifts. I mean, watching film, and then you have the games, and it's a lot to tackle. And for these guys, they've definitely been able to meet those expectations and live up to the billing.
Yeah, they're tremendous students off the field, and this is going to be really a precursor for them in their lives.
Hmm.
Baseball is just a game, but it's going to teach them so much more about who they are as people and who they are moving forward when they're not playing college sports anymore.
Hmm.
The adversity that they've gone through, the challenges, the early mornings, the late night getting home and having to go to class the next day.
Hmm.
This is really going to be help prepare them so much more for the next step when they leave college for life.
Hmm.
When life knocks them down a little bit, they're going to go back and remember that 4 game losing streak that we had this year, and
Hmm.
that they'll be able to overcome some things. I'm really proud of the people they are. I'm really proud of the students that they are off the field and the players they are on the field.
Hey, I wanted to ask you is that you talk about having to face adversity at the end of the season. That occurred, in the NJAC, in the New Jersey Athletic Conference tournament. But they were able to put that past them or behind them, and just move ahead and move forward. And you see the results now. You guys are in the super regionals. Uh, I'm sure that's something you'll look back and say, wow, I mean, again, but an experienced group, as I said and I alluded to, that was able to again rise above those challenges.
Yeah, it's one of the things that we talk about within our program. There's going to be ebbs and flows of the season. There's going to be some
Hmm.
good times. There's going to be some bad times, um, but they're all learning moments for us,
Hmm.
and they're all for me as a teacher and as a former, growing up as a teacher and graduating with teaching degree. These are teaching moments for me.
Yeah.
For when we fail, how do we respond after we fail? Um,
Hmm.
Very easily to put your head down, feel sorry for yourself, and then go into a regional, maybe go 0-2 in a regional because you're still, you're feeling bad about not performing as well as you could have in the conference tournament.
Hmm.
Or you can say, so what, now what? This happened. What can I do from it? It's over with. There's nothing I can do about it. Let's learn from why we maybe weren't successful. Let's use it as teaching moments and let's grow from it. And I think that's what we want to do as people as well, right? We're all going to have failures. We're all
Yeah.
going to make mistakes, but how can we grow from those mistakes to be better individuals?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Very well said. And look, you talk about Division III baseball. The New Jersey Athletic Conference is, I think, one of the premier conferences in the across the country. You look right now. I mean, even 3 years ago, you had multiple teams in the NCAA tournament. This year is no different. Keene University, TCNJ, Keene, I think, also in the super regionals.
Yep.
Could you talk about that? I mean, facing the best competition out there. Obviously, earlier in the season, as you do every year, traveling down to Florida, Coach Dickson, it prepares you, again when you play in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I know people have brought up to us earlier in the year. You're playing at Kane in a doubleheader, and then you're going at Harrisburg, and then you're going at York. You got 3 games in a row, all
Hmm.
a couple hours away. Two of
Yeah.
them have been, year in and year out regional teams. Why are you scheduling like that? And I said I got to
Hmm.
prepare us for later in the year.
Yeah.
Like I want to treat it as a super regional or a regional. You're gonna have to go on the road. It's gonna be long days. You're gonna have to travel. Um, and, doing that, I think, prepares you for moments like this. It goes,
Hmm.
prepares you for driving 8 hours to Ohio, going out and winning a regional. A couple days later, you got to drive 5.5 hours down to Lynchburg and go play
Yeah.
them. So that's why we do that. It's for moments like this to help prepare us for moments like this.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hey, 11th season at Rowan University as the head baseball coach. Uh, you're nearing, I think, a total of almost 700 wins, over 300 at Rowan. Coached 9 seasons. Junior college, Rowan College at Gloucester County. Um, as the years go by, but especially here at Rowan now, I'm just from where you started, coach, and now to here in your 11th season, what comes to your mind, just, knowing how much success that you've been able to attain here at Rowan University?
I go back and look at it. I tell my assistant coaches some of the time, and I've coached all of my assistant coaches,
Yeah.
and I've got to see them grow from players to now adults.
Yeah.
Uh, I was 27 years old when I was the first became a head coach.
Yeah.
Having never been a head coach before, I had to learn so much on the job training. And at the
Hmm.
junior college level, I was the fundraiser. I'm the head coach. Teaching at the college as well. I'm running practices. I'm running lifts. So I had to learn everything on the fly, and I became a better head coach because of that. Uh, as I've gotten older and I have kids of my own, I think I understand people a little bit more and the
Hmm.
development of people, and I'm still learning as we speak today. Um, but it's really about the kids in the program, and it's about them and their experience. And my role is just helping mentor them and help get them to the next phase maybe of their lives. And 18 to 23-year-old kids are I may be the last person that has a major influence on them before they go out into the real world.
Yeah.
So helping prepare them and helping um, train them, mentor them, just be a part of their lives and be a
Yeah.
part of um, that next step is it's so important to me, that I have that opportunity to coach, college baseball, and I'm around, 18 to 22-year-olds. They're full of energy. They're full of life.
Hmm.
They're wide open. They're looking, they're looking for their role, not only in college but when they graduate from here. And uh, I'm just blessed to be a part of it and be a part of their lives. I've met so many great people as a head coach throughout I think this is like my 21st year
Hmm.
or 20th year in college coaching. I've had so many great kids, and a lot of them I get to see them come back on alumni days, and they have their kids now, and
Yeah.
they talk about their experiences
Yeah.
here. That's really great to see, and obviously having the opportunity to work alongside three of my former players.
Yeah.
Uh, Pitching coach was on the first team that I ever coached when I was 27 years old. He was 19. I'm only 7 or 8 years older than him.
Yeah.
To see him now have a family, and these guys all grown up is just so important to me to be part of their lives.
Yeah, it's fabulous to hear. Hey, what does you just the expectations? Again, last year, and then coming into this season, did you have an inclination that this team could make a deep run and be a special one here, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, I knew the players that we had,
Yeah,
and the careers that they had going into it. I knew on paper we were good. Obviously, you never know until the games are played.
yeah,
Uh, but the bond that they had, and the work that they put in on the field and off the field, says so much about them. And you know, did I know we were going to be here today? I didn't know that. Still
hmm,
got to play the games, but
yeah,
they've bought into everything I've talked about, and done everything I've did, or they've done everything that I've asked.
hmm,
Um, so am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised, but
yeah.
just glad that they've put in all the work that it takes to get here.
Yeah, no, that's true. Hey, you mentioned like, just in terms of Rowan University, I mean, hey, you're also the assistant athletic director. So you're talking about multitasking and juggling, as you're definitely doing that on a daily basis, coach. But, obviously like, for the administration, athletic department, facilities are top notch at Rowan University. I'm sure that really, again, in terms of with the recruiting, that really is a selling point, I said, for the baseball program.
Yeah, no question about it. I think our team is a microcosm of the university. We have changed from the small teachers college into this massive, fastest growing college in the state of New Jersey, and I think we're
Hmm.
third or fourth fastest growing in the country. Um, Engineering and sciences and um, business have really exploded on our team.
Hmm.
The engineering program alone uh, provides such a large. So for Rowan to be an engineering major is pretty cost efficient at Rowan compared to a lot of the schools that we recruit against. It's also really hard at the Division I level to be an engineer and play college baseball just
Hmm.
because of the class times and the amount of work that it takes in that major. Where at Rowan, you can do it. So to be able to have a program like that, where so many kids want to go into, we may be able to attract some better players that are engineers that maybe wouldn't have that opportunity at the Division I level. So to be able to recruit those type of players and to recruit to a big university in a great college town, uh, it allows me to have the players that want to come to Rowan.
Yeah.
If I didn't have the university to recruit to, you know, that is just a baseball program in me. So that becomes
Hmm.
harder.
Yeah.
You need that collaboration, and you need a university that you can recruit to get the right type of people you want in your program.
Yeah, yeah, excellent points you made. And hey, just in terms of administration, President Dr. Ali Hushman, and then now new director of athletics and Sean Tucker. Can you talk about it just to have that support from the administration? That's again, that's so critical just in terms of having that success and having the resources available, for the baseball program, Coach Dickson.
We can't win without the administration.
Yeah.
As I can't win without some of the players on my team, I can't win with them either. We're all one. We
Yeah.
all work together. And if I don't have this great institution, if I don't have the funding, uh, to be able to run this program, then we're not going to be as good as we are. And it
Hmm.
takes us all in. Um, to be good. And I think that's what Rowan is all about. And I'm excited to work with Sean Tucker as he comes in as the new athletic director.
Hmm.
And he's going to bring a ton of energy, ton of excitement, a lot of Division I experience to take us to the next level in Division III athletics.
Yeah, no, I agree 100% with that. Got to see the work that Sean did at New Jersey City University, NJCU, and then, of course, at Rutgers as well. Uh, this may sound like a long-winded question, Coach Dickson, but just in turn, again, played the game of baseball, coached it for so long, I said over 20 years. What just what are some of the intangibles just on and off the field that just make it again so enjoyable, especially now to be coaching it, the game for so long?
Yeah, I mean, the game it's a very difficult game because you
Mhm.
fail so much in our sport compared to other sports.
Yeah.
Especially on the hitting side, because you're playing a game that you're not supposed to be good at. You're playing 1-on-9. You're throwing, you're facing kids that are 88 to 92 miles an hour, and the ball's moving 17 to 21 inches, and you're
Hmm.
trying to hit a round ball with a round ball bat. So it's very difficult um, to be successful at. So the mental challenges of playing our game and just seeing our players work through those challenges of failure and handling the failure um, and coming out on the other side to where they're productive. uh, is so exciting to me as a coach. I love
Hmm.
to me, watching them pile on and watching them hug after we won.
Yeah.
I was like a proud dad. Like I'm sitting there and
Yeah.
I'm just smiling watching them
Yeah.
because they have all gone through some failures this year
Hmm.
and they have all come out on the other side. And as I said earlier, this is going to teach them so much more in life about when things are not going well for them, that there
Yeah.
is light at the end of the tunnel, that there is light on the other side. And there's going to be moments where they're going to be smiling again.
Yeah.
So that to me, from a coaching standpoint, as I said, I was just sitting back and smiling. I was like a proud dad
Yeah.
watching these guys hug each other and you know realizing how resilient they've become and facing the adversity and coming out on the other side is really inspiring and exciting for me.
Yeah, no, I mean, you put so much time and effort into this. I mean, this is 24/7, 365. I mean, it's not for the faint of heart. I mean, you really have to be fully invested into this because you can't take any days off. I mean, if you want to be at that elite,
Yeah,
elite status.
yeah. We talked about the beginning of the year what um, you know you need 10 guys on the field playing together to get to the final 8 teams,
Hmm.
right? So 10 plus 9 equals 8. And really you need everybody on your roster to be able to be involved and be all in as well. So I think we
Hmm.
had 37, really 37 plus 9 equals 8. 37 players working together for 9 innings equals the last 8 teams
Yeah.
in the College World Series. So you really need to be all in. And we talk about, outside of baseball, I use the analogy of regardless of who you are on the team, whether you're playing, not playing, if you call me at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're broken down on the side of the road, I'm coming to get you.
Hmm.
I'm going to come help you with your tire to help you fix it, or I'm going to get somebody there to help you out.
Yeah.
And I just want them to have that understanding that they could call anybody on our team and they'd be willing to come and help them out if they got a flat tire on the side of the road at 2 o'clock in the morning. So it
Hmm.
becomes about all of us working together and knowing that we can trust one another
Yeah.
in maybe our toughest moments.
Yeah, just built having that team chemistry, as you said, forming those bonds again are so crucial. Hey, just for the student of Jersey, putting that props, uniform on. I mean, how proud is it? I mean, to be, again, uh, in Lynchburg, Virginia, playing Lynchburg. I mean, that's got to
Yeah, and
that's got to
listen,
mean, so much.
I grew up in New Jersey. I have lived here my entire life. The
Yeah.
coaching path that I took doesn't happen for everybody.
Hmm.
I left the college to go to another college that's in the same county. Usually, as a coach, you're moving all over the place, and important for me to raise my kids here in the state, and very good schools in the state.
Yeah.
So to be able to expand the brand and the name of Rowan University and represent not only the state and the university outside to other places is really important
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, and we talk about family. I said, of course, your wife Danielle is a Rowan graduate. We talked about that 3 years ago. Your
Mm-hmm.
two daughters, Mia and Paige. It's got to be like, I mean, it's got to be just awesome moments just being able to share this journey with them, Coach.
Yeah, thanks so much to my wife. I've been on the road the last 3 weeks. I've been out of the house, and
Yeah,
my kids are now at the age where they're running all over the place in their own sports lives.
yeah.
Um, so it truly takes a village everywhere it takes a village
Hmm.
at Rowan, it takes a village at home.
Hmm.
I couldn't do it without her. I couldn't do it without friends on my daughter's soccer teams and field hockey teams that we had carpools with,
Yeah,
um, because they've really helped out so much, getting my kids to the events that they need to get to when I'm on the road.
yeah.
Um, so I do miss, one of the things as a coach, obviously you miss some of your own family moments and you miss some of
Hmm.
those times on the field. Whenever I get a chance to go see them play, I try and go see them play. Like if I get a
Yeah.
moment off and they're playing or practicing, I want to be able there. I want to go over
Hmm.
and um, get to see as much as I can, because those moments when they're young, they're only young once.
That's true. Yes.
And as a coach, like I said, you miss so much. I think I missed when Paige was first learned how to ride a bike. I missed the first day that I was playing. I couldn't be there, and
Yeah.
so you miss some of those moments, but um, they uh, they understand. They understand my role with the team, and
Yeah.
uh, obviously they love when I have the opportunity to come see them play as well.
Yeah, that's wonderful to hear. Hey, before you get the final word and message, well deserved, Coach Dixon. Message. I'm sure you have a lot of fans out there. The prop space, and both local and nationally. Just your message to them. Is said as you guys embark here now. Playing Lynchburg here in the Super Regionals.
So excited to represent our university as a former, as an alumni, former student athlete here. Excited to take our team down to Virginia here, and hopefully we get an opportunity to play in the College World Series. That's the goal.
Yeah. Hey, final word and message, Coach Dixon. I'm sure there are a lot of people you want to thank, family, friends. Uh, of course, the baseball team, the players and coaches at Rowan University. Just wanted to give you the floor here. Said if, again, you have accomplished so much here at Rowan University.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to thank my wife Danielle and the family and the kids back home. Good luck to them this weekend. They got a kind of a weekend free of sports, but I hope they have a great weekend, and know that I'm thinking about them every time I'm on the road. And thank you to the coaching staff; they've done an outstanding job, not only this year but every year, putting our team together and working with me. And putting in the time and effort on their side, um, and to everyone back home. We're looking forward. I got a call from an alumni this morning. He's going to be watching all the games. So
Yeah.
represent us if you're not down here. Represent us. Watch the games back home. Get some alumni groups back together and watch it together. So keep us in mind back home. Follow us. Hope to see everybody when we get home and have an opportunity to play in the College World Series.
Outstanding. Hey, once again, Coach Dixon, a true honor and privilege being able to speak with you again about the Rowan University baseball program. And again, congrats on your success and wishing you and the rest of the team all the best again against Lynchburg in the Super Regionals.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you.